to the first episode. I'm Devraj, one of the co-founders, and I'm here with Kimmy, the second co-founder, and we're joined here today with Kiran.
Hi.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here on the first episode.
Thank you for trusting us and being the first, because we are very nervous, but it's so nice to be doing it with someone that we know. And
Really is.
it's a great
Thank
pleasure.
you, guys.
So thank you.
Thank you.
But Kiran, tell us a bit about yourself.
So my name's Kiran Gill, and I'm from Birmingham. I've just got my commercial pilot license done, and I'm going to be joining Dublin for the MCC very soon.
Amazing.
And starting my career in the airlines. Thank you.
So close.
Thank
It's
you, yeah.
so exciting.
Yeah, it's the last few bits, so I'm quite excited.
I bet you're just so relieved to just be like done with training.
I am. It
Yeah.
was a long process, but worth it. Worth it. Every bit of it.
That's
Yeah.
what that matters, right?
That's good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. So we're going to dive right into your journey. Tell us a bit about where it all started, why aviation, and when did it really become more than just a dream for you?
So aviation, I think I kind of got into it one or two times, but didn't really fall through.
Mhm.
But aviation for me, I think both my granddads are from the army, and
Amazing.
they were very, very passionate with me getting into RAF or Indian Army or something. But leaving me, I was like,
So do you have any pilots in the family as well, or are you the first
not
one?
currently.
Oh, so you're
Not
going to be the
currently.
first
I'm going to
pilot.
be the very
That is
first.
amazing.
Yes.
We love that.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so aviation, I think I live quite close to the airport as well, so it was always like watching planes, and that was something I did it with the family quite a lot. I think aviation, we were like always very close to it, and that's where it began. And it was never really a reality kind of thing. I wasn't looking to get a career in it, but I think things just fell into place. Or I think the biggest push was my mom.
Yeah.
She always said, like, if there's something that I wanted, she got it for me. So this one day I was just like, oh, pilot seems like a really good career. She's like, you can do it, you'll do it.
I
And
love
she
that.
made everything happen, and bless her, like, this is why I'm here today. So
You know, it's so nice
Yeah.
that, like, especially being a young Punjabi girl, like,
Yeah.
you know, generally girls in general aren't really encouraged with this kind of thing.
that is
But it's
true.
nice that your mom did that and made it a reality,
That's
right?
true, yeah.
Because it's not
Yeah.
easy. Yeah. Oh, amazing.
And especially being the first pilot in the family.
Yes, it was one of those things that you can't really get guidance from someone. You kind of had to carve your own path, but I'm here, and I can give guidance to many others, which is why being
That's
on
what
this
we're here for.
podcast.
So Kiran, you did mention that your granddads were in the Indian Army.
They were, yeah.
Okay, so is there a reason why you weren't kind of going in that direction and you wanted to do commercial?
So I did look into it in RAF especially, and I put in the application, but I think I was more like commercial is for me.
Mhm.
I was more inclined towards commercial. But I did put the application in, and my nanaji was really, really happy.
Mhm.
And then when I didn't go through with it, he was very disappointed. So
Yeah.
one person there was already disappointed.
Oh gosh.
So what is it about commercial that's drawing you to it?
I think being a girl and the
Yeah.
lifestyle you have, I know it's hard as a female pilot anyways, but you just have more of like a say in how you're going to work, what you're going to do, and you can manage both family and your career at the same time. Or else if you were to go into the army, that's like you isolated from the world. In
It's
my
nice
opinion.
though, isn't it? Yeah, because a lot of people believe that like if you're a woman and you're a pilot, you can't do both. You can't like have a family and stuff, but
Yeah.
you can, and it's nice that people now are being aware of the fact
Yeah.
that you can be a pilot but also
Yeah.
raise a family and
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think it's hard as it is. It
Mm.
is really hard being a female and having a family, especially being an Asian.
yes.
They have this path for you, married at this, and
Yeah.
kids and all of that. So it's already hard. But I think females these days they're so powering, and we've
So
we've,
driven.
we've made ways. There are CEOs out there. Pepsi CEO who's a female, and
Yeah.
she's managing everything pretty well. So
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, it's limitless now, isn't it? What you can
Yeah.
do, which is incredible as well. Because I mean, sometimes I think just maybe a generation or two ago, our grandparents and stuff were probably in India,
Yeah.
farming or making clothes, and the fact that we can now fly airplanes,
Yeah.
just a few years later, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
The world has changed.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And it's their hard work that has allowed us to have this life and
Yeah.
be a bit more carefree. So
Yeah.
especially I think my dad as well. He works. If he can, he'll work 7 days.
I bet, yeah.
He does 6 days, and there's me like 3 layovers, and that's it. I'm thinking of those things. So
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
we're so
different.
privileged though, we really
Yeah,
are.
100%.
I mean, it's nice that you still have like your family as a big part of your journey.
Yes.
In terms of like their reaction to you becoming a pilot, like when did you decide to become a pilot, and also how did they react to that in general?
So I had this pilot dream, and I was like very ambitious towards it. Did my assessments and everything, and this was back in 2016. So I actually did my initial compass test that you do to get in 2016, and then things didn't fall into place, whether that be financial aspects and stuff like that. And also my mom was like, degree, because she's a teacher as
so you
well.
got a degree as well?
Yeah, so she was like, make sure you get a degree, so you've got something to fall back on, and it's the highest level of education and all of that. And her being a teacher, education was a must in my family. Like no one's going without a degree. so I did aerospace engineering.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so I did that and passed with first. So
congratulations.
And then this kind of got pushed away because I was like, okay, engineering side, so I'm still in aviation. Let's look towards there. So I did an internship in Canada, and I went into logistics a lot. So I got a year's experience in that. And then it was only because I was having, I don't know, an emotional day there or something, and Mom was like, are you enjoying this? I was like, I am, but I'm really far away from you guys, so maybe I'm not like, it's not that much. Interesting as I was when I first got here, and she was like, do you still want to do pilot training? And I was like, is that on the table? Like, I would love that. So she actually made me come all the way back to England, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get started on this now.
And it was just over that one phone call?
Over that one phone call. Things with her has always been very, very, you never know when the turning point is. That's what I loved about her. Like, whatever she said, she got done, for sure. So, yeah.
That is so sweet. Oh, we're so glad. In terms of like your experience then, like transitioning from engineering to actually flying the airplanes.
Yeah.
Like, what does that feel like? I can't imagine.
So I think when people say like ATPLs are hard and all that kind of stuff, so that kind of aspect for me was easier because I was good with numbers, I was good with like the engineering sides of it. For me, practical flying was something that took time. So my first landing took like me a month and a half to get.
You know what, saying that they do say that some people are academically good, some people are practically good, and it does weigh in.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean that you're awful in that, but it just means you have an
Sure.
advantage on one side.
Yeah.
But
I think just coming from that background of
Yeah.
engineering already, I was good with the exam sides of things, and did well there. But even practicality, I think it's like when you learn how to ride a bicycle, you'll never forget it. So learning to fly, once you know how to land, you know how to land. Like, you'll do
Very
it.
true. Very, very true. Wow.
Yeah.
So you, where did you do your training? How did you decide? Because you went back home to England and then you said, okay, I'm going to be a pilot. How did you decide, okay, this is how I'm going to do it? Because it's not easy finding a path, right, into aviation because there's so many ways.
Yeah, 100%.
So how was yours?
I won't lie, and I'll say it was a bit of a gamble. I actually didn't look into that many flight schools, and I didn't look into very much different routes. I was very convinced by my ATO, this person that ran it. So we had like a one-to-one meeting with my parents being there.
yeah.
And my parents and him, and we went to his office, and he was quite convincing.
Yeah.
And it was good. And when I hear stories, I do think I got really lucky because there are people who are taking really, really long time to get through flight training and then having trouble with the school itself. So I was okay. There's obviously ups and downs with every school, but I think I got really lucky, and I was glad I kind of didn't look around that much because that would have again wasted my time.
Yeah, it could confuse you as well, isn't it?
Exactly. So I was quite happy that I had an ATO in mind, I had an airline in mind, and I'm just working towards it.
Amazing.
How supportive was the ATO when you went? Like, what did you have to go through in order to actually enroll onto this course?
So I did the compass test initially, just because they look at your skill set, mindset kind of thing, and what's your educational level like. Very simple English and maths. Then I actually didn't know. I went to America. I didn't know what help I was going to get. I was on my own. I didn't have any family there. But going there, being there, it was like all of a sudden they just get you started. There's no faffing about. There's no like, you've got a 1 week period, where you just get settled in or anything. It's like you're there and the next day you're flying. So, I mean, not realistically. Next day you're straight away in ground school, basically.
Okay, you know what? Tell me about a day in the life of a trainee pilot in America. Walk me through the day.
Okay, so you'll probably wake up really early in the morning, say 6 a.m., because you have your weather briefing by 7 o'clock in the morning. You do a weather briefing with an instructor. So if you are going to go in ground school, you go into ground school. But if you're flying, you are out of your home base by 8 o'clock. So you've done your turnaround, you've done your pre-flights and everything. You probably have like 2-3 hours of flight because you're logging that many hours. Go to a nearby wherever you are in Florida. So say, for example, today let's take Venice. So we go from Merritt Island to Venice. That takes about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. You land there, you'll have a bit of 1-2 hours of break, and you'll be like, grab breakfast because you probably haven't had breakfast that early in the morning. So you grab breakfast. You'll fly back to your home base in time for another weather briefing, or maybe like a quick.
Loads of weather briefings, isn't
So
there?
Yeah, exactly.
Because Florida, like obviously
It
we both trained
changes.
together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in Florida, like in the morning it can be amazing weather, and then in the afternoon it will be like a crazy thunderstorm. So you
Really?
have to know what the weather's gonna
Yeah.
be.
So what's that saying that you get all seasons in a day?
Yes.
Yeah,
For
pretty
sure.
much.
What do you
And
say?
sometimes I
Not
think
snow.
it's always been like you look on one side of the ATO, it's thunderstorms. The other side on the coast, it'll be sunny skies.
Yes.
No way.
That's what Florida's
Crazy.
like.
Yeah.
That's
So you have to know whether you're going northwest, east, or where you're going.
It's amazing. It is.
Yeah.
In terms of like choosing a flight school, I mean, a lot of people, like there are lots of established flight schools nowadays in the UK, also in America. So you being from Birmingham, you obviously took a leap and went to America. But what do you think is important to look for when you're looking for a flight school?
I think the success rate. I think something that I haven't done that I wish I had done was reach out to students on Instagram, people who've been on that flight school, you know, to get their perspective. What do they think, or how is it going? Because it's I think a lot of ATOs, they are presenting themselves in the market world, like putting themselves on. But then when you get there, sometimes it's like, yeah, the facility doesn't look as good as it is, or the aircrafts are.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's good to reach out. I think that's something I haven't done, but I would have done if given another chance. So.
Is there anything else? Like, I mean, I know some people look at like what airplanes there are, or
That's
you know,
also
this
a
and
good
that.
one because I think sometimes some ATOs are, you know, taking on really old aircrafts, and I don't know if you're like confident, you know, flying around in them or what. But another thing is like the success rate of their pilots and how many of them are actually getting support afterwards. Because especially having finished my career now, not finished, but like finished the training part of it. I think the training part and airlines, there's a gap in between where you're wandering around, you don't know what you're doing. So sometimes like look at the ATO, are they actually helping them throughout, you know, till the airline job, or are you just kind of like left stranded?
It's funny, I saw this thing on LinkedIn where it actually said that the training is not as hard as like the gap after like finding a job.
Yeah.
Because in the training, like you're protected, you're in a school, you're in a community,
Yeah.
but once you've left, like finding that job, getting through the interview process, like that's hard.
Yeah.
Someone can grab me.
Yeah, it's like, what do I
Yeah.
do now? Yeah,
That's
can
the
be
same
hard.
for a graduate. When you've graduated, you're left on your own after that, and it's
Yeah.
like so different from being in the employment world and then being in, you know, educational world. So it's two different things.
But after doing so much of that hard work, early mornings, late nights, revision, exams, all this, that period does feel like hell.
Yes.
Loads of people do say that.
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's not easy. In terms of like your general transition from the UK to Florida, what was that like? Was it what you expected?
It was beyond expectation.
Yeah.
I think it was actually really, really good. It took some time to get used to the weather because it's so hot there. But apart from that, it's beyond expectation. I think it's so easy to fly, whereas here I think it's so like isolated from the normal day to day. But I don't know if it was just because I went and joined an ATO, so it felt different. But I think flying there is much more easier. We just like get an airplane and get ATC, like, okay, we are trained pilots, so we're going this. They're used to you being in the air, literally.
Yeah.
So
And you said that at that ATO, there's also other students as well coming from other places of the world, maybe.
yeah,
Is
so
that correct?
we had a lot of Indian students
How
come there.
how was that like with the mix of going from the UK and then them coming from India and then
I think personally for me, it was the best thing
Yeah.
that could have happened because I was able to integrate with the UK lot and with the Indians, and then we had a bit of Italians as well, which were quite nice to have a mix of a different European community. But it was quite good, I think. And I think when you're there, you kind of learn from a lot from other people's experience. So to learn from their experience, to get to know about DGCA, I actually hadn't heard of it before I went flying. So you're so focused on UKCAA, what our regulations are, what European regulations are, that you don't really get to know about the DGCA ones. But it was nice, people from all over the world, I think, yeah.
It's a nice kind of taster of what the aviation industry is like, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be meeting people from all over the world, so it's nice that you get to learn with them as well. Yeah.
And
Aviation is all about who you know, isn't it? You
Literally.
always say that.
It is.
Yeah.
And you also bring different cultures as well. We're British,
Yeah.
but we're also Indians. People coming from India as well. I feel like for the people that are going from here who are not really connected with their roots, it can really help them connect back with their roots
That
and
is
also
true.
gain that culture.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
In terms of your journey, do you think that if you had had to go back and do it all again, would you still go to America? I'm curious. Would you stick to that ATO?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I would say maybe the ATO. Sorry, there's a bit of a hiccup there. Maybe not the ATO, but yeah, definitely America. I think I've managed to train there so quick.
Yeah.
And I think my focus has always been get out of the training and get a job.
100%.
Yeah, so you go in it with that motive anyway.
For sure.
So I think it was a good pace. Not I didn't feel like I was rushed, but I was flying every day. The skills were keeping current, and kept going. It never felt like, okay, now I have a break. Now what do I do? Whereas here it's been like that ever since I've been came back with an IR. I've went to Spain, so it's always been like, okay, 2-3 months of really vigorous flying, and then I'm on a break. And I'm like, okay, what do I do in this
you kind of
period?
lose your momentum. You're like, okay, what now?
Exactly.
It's a culture shock.
Yeah. It's
Definitely.
been a bit different here. So I think America, and also they're not very heavy on books. They're very much practical. So you are always flying. Even if you're working on some sort of exams, they get you flying straight away.
It's really good.
What would you say was the hardest part of your training? Was there anything that you were not understanding, not getting it?
I don't think there was any point where I said, okay, I don't get this. But I think initially the only struggle I did have was the landing, because obviously you're not used to it, or you're not used to the judgment or whatever, and PPL landing so quickly is whoa. So I had a bit of an instructor change as well in between, whereas I hit a plateau with a certain instructor, and then I was like, okay, this is not working. Let's try a different method.
Which is so normal.
Which
I feel
is
like a
normal,
lot of people in the moment you're like, I can't do this, but everyone goes through it. So it's very normal.
And everyone has all of them have different ways of teaching, and you
Exactly.
might find the other one better.
Yeah.
You'll do it same with me.
Yeah, 100%. So I think the landing was initially the hardest part, and I think it was. But then I did find that landing a Piper is much easier than a Cessna. So
Do you think?
I think it's the opposite. I think it's the other way around. I feel like the Cessna wants to land. The Cherokee does not want to
No,
land.
the Cessna wants to float.
But
Yeah,
that's what I
it
just.
does-
It wants to
it
float,
does.
but it wants to come down. I think.
But the Piper, it wants to sink really quick.
Yeah,
Yes.
it just wants to
That's
crash
why I
down.
found it really easy to land that.
So you're
any
just
day.
slamming your landings.
No, I go back to a Piper any day.
To be fair, a Piper is nice to fly. You can at least see the wings.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's nice.
Whereas the Cessna, I think only on my skill tests I'll say I'll have the most smoothest landings on a Cessna. Other than that, I've
That's
been
when
like,
it
oh my
matters.
god, come on, let's land.
But Cessna's landing is better.
I think so.
It is
More
better.
stable.
Yeah.
It's
I
more
would.
stable, yes, I'll give you that. It's more stable, whereas a Piper, you're continuously maintaining that airspeed and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do like Pipers.
But then it is real flying. So Piper,
True.
Yeah, Piper
Yeah.
wins.
Constant directions, constant input. Yeah, definitely. In terms of, so that's your training struggle. You said was landings, but was there any for me, for example, my biggest struggle was probably financial. Did you ever have financial, social, any kind of other challenge?
I think financials are always there.
I feel for everyone to a degree.
For
Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah.
especially when you're coming to
Yeah.
the end, it's like, oh my god, the money's going.
Yeah, where is it gone?
Yeah. So financials always there. Good thing about mom and dad is anytime I've only told dad, look, now coming to this, and this is how much I need, and he's always been like, okay, we'll manage that. Look, I don't know how he does. That's parents,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But he always has that, that. So I think financially, I've never really. I wouldn't say I haven't worried because I have that worry as well, being the eldest child. So you know, I think my parents are always like looking up to me and be like, okay, when are you gonna start earning, or you know,
Yeah.
And that's lots of Punjabi
Everyone.
parents, every parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think my dad's waiting for that big paycheck that comes
The
through.
first one I come
Yeah.
straight through.
Because my dad always says it's like we keep giving the money, but when are we gonna get it back?
Yeah,
And I'm like, it's
100%.
coming, it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that's the biggest struggle with pilots, isn't it? You know, like once you get in, you're in, but
course.
it's getting your
It's
initial
like
step through the
investing
door.
through,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole process.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You'll get there. You're so close now. So
Yeah.
you know, Kiran's dad, wherever you are, like it's coming soon.
Yeah. We're
The
working
patient
on
will
it.
be here soon. Yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Fly straight in 6 figures.
6 figures.
I wish, I hope.
We're rooting for you. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not? Now she can land. Now she
Quite literally.
now she can
Oh,
That's
that's good.
amazing. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your proudest moment so far?
Harris, that's a very tricky one.
Because you've gone through
Proudest
so many like high moments,
Yeah.
like PPL check ride,
Yeah.
all that. So what would you say?
Most proudest? I don't know.
It's a big question.
It
It's
is
a
good
big
question.
question. The most proudest would be ATPLs. When I finished my ATPLs, I don't know what it is.
No,
like,
no, I get that. That's
I can't relate.
understandable.
Yeah, I think I had skill tests and I've been like, you know, okay, pass, check. You
Yeah.
you do those check marks. But when I passed ATPLs, like when I was finished with ATPLs, I was like, whoa, because your life just stops when you're studying for them. Because no one really realizes how big they are. Like after an aerospace degree, and I don't think I learned this much like I did in ATPLs.
Would you say it helped a little bit though, or would you say
It did help a little.
Okay, that's
It helped majorly because I was designing, I was doing all of that kind of stuff. Like we did wing roughness as my dissertation.
nice.
So all that kind of stuff, like it does help because a lot of POF, like principle of flights, is part of it. But it's very different. Aviation is so big; you can learn
It is.
so much about
so
it. You can never stop, ever.
And this is the thing: people go into these traditional routes of law, accounting, business.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the lawyers and
Yeah,
the
no,
doctors and
it's brilliant.
it's
but
brilliant.
I feel like there's a whole
But we're just passionate.
Yeah.
there's a whole vast field just sat there with
Yeah.
with no one
Yeah.
going for it.
Yeah.
It's such selective.
Yeah.
We look at these sponsored programs for pilots, let's say,
Yeah.
and we look at the people that have achieved it, and we just look throughout pictures, and we hardly see the Punjabi, the culture.
That's so
Very
true.
true.
I feel like a lot is coming out. I don't know if I'm just in the industry and I see a lot more
I do
pictures and a
agree.
lot more things,
Mm.
but there are loads of our people there as well. But we're just, I think we are not the marketing face of things.
No.
I think that's why we need to get a little bit more into that. Get more
100%.
people out and let everyone know that we're there.
For sure.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
But this is an amazing platform for that. To be fair.
Yeah.
So
That's
thank
what
you
we-
to you
that's what we're
guys.
aiming
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we're hoping to
Yeah.
give back because it's so important. I mean, like you said, maybe it's because you're part of the industry, but for someone who's not part of the industry, someone who might be like 14, 15 years old who wants to become a pilot but doesn't know anyone, they might think, actually, do I belong here?
Yeah.
And I think this is so important because
Yeah.
we know we belong because we have like, 40, 50 other pilots that we know that look like us, but for them, like it's uncalled for. So it's really
Yeah.
important that we put faces out there and
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. But it's amazing. In terms of like talking now about, being Punjabi, do you think as a young Punjabi pilot, you've had any like criticism or any judgment or
Not at
anything?
all. I don't think so. Not because of the fact I'm Punjabi, anyways.
Mhm.
If I've been known that I'm a pilot, I think anybody in the community has only been ever proud and
That's so
been
good.
like, oh my god,
That's
you've
good.
done it. Oh my god, you're a pilot. That's amazing. Or even like working at the airport, whenever anyone sees me there, it's like, it's so good to see you here, kind of thing. So I think within the community, no, not really. No one's
love
ever criticized or been like, why are you doing that? Or like, don't get into that.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It's so important. I feel like now as well, like in our culture, we have like everyone is our own. So like even my parents, when I told them that you're doing so well, they said like "Sadi Guri,"
No.
and a lot of people in our community, they're like "Sadi Guri," like
Yeah.
it's uppity, like
Yeah.
we're all like daughters and sons to
Yeah,
everyone. So it's so nice that they're just
Yeah.
uplifting. It's so important.
100%.
Yeah.
Right, Kiran.
Yes.
Can you bust an aviation myth for us?
Always on autopilot.
Yeah. Oh my
We
God.
get paid for nothing.
Yeah, just tap it all in. That's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
that's it. We pull back and we click autopilot.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a myth.
Right, so Kiran, thanks for answering that. Now we're going to play a tiny little game with you, which we're very excited about. Devraj,
You
over
ready?
to you, Baz.
Are you ready?
I told you, should
This question's really personal to me, so be careful.
Okay.
Very personal. You're going to offend one of us.
And this is quick.
For
It's
sure.
Whatever comes in your mind, straight out.
Quick fire for us.
Okay,
Ready?
rapid fire. Let's go.
That was Boeing.
Boeing.
Long or short haul? Wait, what? You said Boeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Hands up for Boeing.
What?
We'll leave that.
No. Long haul or short haul?
Long haul right now because I do want to see the country and the cities and everything.
Which country do you really want to see?
I really want to see. What do I want to see? All of Europe. I think
Really?
every
Really?
single country of Europe.
It's not really long haul then, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We got that. We got that. Okay.
All day.
Singapore is one of them.
Oh, that's
I really want
That's
to see
so
Singapore.
cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Singapore. I don't know why it didn't come into my mind first.
Okay.
Take up a landing.
Ooh, landing.
Autopilot or hand flying?
Autopilot.
VFR or IFR.
IFR.
I agree.
So you don't want to see a thing. You don't enjoy the greenery. You don't enjoy the water.
No, you enjoy your flight deck in front of you.
Okay, I'll let you off.
That's right. Oh, this question.
On autopilot.
Oh
Jar
God.
or coffee before flight?
Ew, I'd never had jar before flight, so that's something I would be really, happy to
I
have.
can imagine that not going
Desi
well.
jar.
Jar.
Yeah, no, like desi jar, like thick
Desi jar.
Proper
Obviously.
desi, like karak jar.
I think I'll be asleep on the weather bridge.
Day flight or night flight?
Night flight, the views are so much better.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pilot monitoring or as
Pilot flying.
co-pilot.
Pilot flying.
Or pilot flying.
Pilot flying.
Would you say corporate or commercial?
Corporate is well paid. So
It is
corporate.
indeed.
Corporate.
For your dad, for that paycheck.
Yes, for the
so
bigger
that
paycheck.
six
Come in.
figures straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how would you feel about like the, let's say, the routine, because you're at the end of the day it's for someone and on their needs. Like let's say one needs to go to Malaga today,
Yeah.
and I've heard that report time's 2 hours before. Like they only give you
Okay.
sometimes 2 hours to start
Okay.
planning for it. Like how would you feel about that kind of lifestyle?
I don't think it would matter much. I think it's actually nicer because you will build that rapport with your client.
That's true.
You build a big network through that as well. And it's so personal. So they know who's flying them and you know the person that's sitting at the back of the aircraft rather than being in an airline where you hardly see the CEO, for example.
That's
You're just
true.
flying for them and you're just like a number.
That's very true
Yeah.
actually.
Less SOPs, like it's more individual, your flying style and stuff.
Yeah,
so
you have like 300
nice.
people sitting at the back. You don't really personally connect to a single one.
Yeah.
You're just behind the doors. So this becomes more of a profession,
I
but
like
with
that. That's a
bit of
good way to
lifestyle.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And our final rapid fire, it wasn't very rapid, but
But
our final question is, I think I know the answer to this one, window or aisle?
window.
Okay, now, on the same kind of vibe, we're gonna ask you a few questions, and it's just a finished sentence. So the first thing that comes to your mind, just say it, okay? Devraj?
Alright, so flying has taught me.
A lot of patience.
I love that. The biggest misconception people have about pilots is,
That they're free all the time.
who
Yeah,
thinks
that's so big fact. That is fact.
Yeah, we have like such an irregular schedule that they see us free on the weekdays, but they don't know that we're working on weekends.
Very true.
So
Very true.
not free.
Something passengers will be shocked to know is that you don't actually fly.
Karen doesn't fly. She presses a button.
You're also a normal person. I think sometimes when someone just sees you in the uniform, they expect this person, like that professional, but you're also just a person like them.
100%.
So
Yeah. And I love that, like, in this podcast, we've all just been very, very much, like, hopefully relatable. So
Yeah.
people, hopefully that will kind of, like, diminish that perception
Yeah.
where, we're just normal people, just having fun.
yeah.
And, yeah, we're also pilots. So, yeah, that's nice. In terms of, oh, this one is good. If I could relive one moment in my aviation journey, it would be. This is deep.
That is the maybe my first PPL strap change.
Yeah?
Yeah, and And if I could change something, I would have my parents there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was in Florida, I was like, okay, it's alright, I'll just go back to Europe and then maybe do a last stripe change there. So I didn't actually call them out. But yeah, hopefully that.
Do you
Definitely
get
that.
splashed by water?
I did, yes, that
That's
was a
during the
tradition.
solo. That's during the, when you do your first
Yeah,
solo,
when
you get
the
hosed down.
landing done, that's
We don't do that here.
Oh,
Yeah, we get a handshake and then move on.
Oh no, how boring.
I know.
that's
anyway.
very boring.
Maybe we should amend
Yeah.
it now from this podcast going forwards
Yeah.
to all ATOs out there.
Do ice bucket challenge.
Yeah, there we go.
Have you seen some of them like cut your hair or cut your shirt or?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that
Have
one.
you seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
To be fair, some in like Europe, they push you in the pool or like they
Yes.
toss you in the pool. That is quite
Yeah.
I think it's a fun thing to look forward to, and then all your friends gather.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's nice. Yeah. UK ATO is what you're doing.
Yeah, I know.
Come on,
Yeah.
get with it.
Go with it.
The most Punjabi thing I do, even at 30,000 feet, is I want to answer this one too. I think
Listen to Karan Aujla.
Really?
Listen to Karan Aujla.
Do you
Yes.
both?
Yes.
Love that. Yes.
It's the best.
Yeah. We flew once and we listened to Sidhu Musiala.
Nice.
I remember that. That was
What do you do?
the most Punjabi thing I do.
Mm.
Definitely talk in Punjabi. So like, you know,
That's me.
when I'm practicing to talk to ATC.
What, to ATC?
Yeah, so like before I'm saying,
You'll
I'm
be like, "Kidda?"
yeah, or like if they give me an instruction, like I'll be like,
Yeah.
but no, like if
Oh
they
my
give
god,
me,
imagine if we could do that in India, actually.
oh imagine.
Now they do say some stuff. They'll say like Sasikal and stuff.
Oh, do
But
they?
yeah, I
they'll
can
say
imagine.
namaste to like Delhi and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
namaste
Okay,
Delhi.
yeah.
They wouldn't say ki hal hai,
Yeah.
you know, they don't want to say that. Yeah, but I speak Punjabi. Like if I need to prep something or if I'm like landing, I'll be like, come on, Kimmy, like thoda jiha hor or this or that. Like I'm talking to myself in Punjabi. It
Yeah.
really calms me.
You know, like when I'm doing like crosswind landing, I'm like, "Chak de fate, khat de, khat de."
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
khat de, khat de.
Yeah. And then when you land, it's like, oh, bale.
Yeah.
That's literally me. I love it.
And I'm like, honan, honan. It actually helps you,
Yeah.
like, you know when ATC give you instructions like taxi,
Yeah.
left,
But you guys like think in Punjabi first.
100%.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us pilots love to break things down
Yes.
100%.
and dumb everything down. I think
Yeah.
Punjabi helps a lot.
Yeah.
Even with me, I find like when I'm doing my pre-flight, I'm like walking around, I'm saying in Punjabi like, "Ha, avadiya lagda hai," or "Nahi, aani changa lagda." Like I'm
Yeah.
literally doing it in Punjabi. I feel like it. I don't know. It kind of like puts you in a zone, you know,
Yeah.
because you're like really
In
engaged.
like a flow.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. What about you?
What's the most Punjabi thing?
I think just saying stuff in Punjabi
Yeah.
and swearing in Punjabi, honestly. You know, when it's like, I'm not gonna say it, but like when it's like the approach is unstable now.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, what did I say? We'll just move
Yeah.
on from
We
there.
get it. We get it. Say less. Someone who believed in me before I believed in myself was.
Mom. 100%. I think
Yeah.
my mom really believed in me and she really, really did push me towards this career. Yeah.
Amazing.
The thing I hope people learn from my story is,
think that there's loads of things that I think went wrong, but I think perseverance. I had so many ups and downs, and to just push through. And there's not all bright sunny skies, you know, in this field. So some days you come back from a landing and you're like, oh my god, I don't think I can fly, or I don't even know why I'm here, or something. But just persevere, just get your experience in. Always learn something from one of the mishap or whatever, and just follow through, and you'll come to a good ending for sure.
on that note, what advice, because we're going to go from you being a pilot, what advice would you give future pilots, aspiring pilots who are in the Punjabi field?
I think a lot of things in our field, in our community, is always to show someone. So I think don't do it because you want to prove yourself to something.
Very true.
If you're in it, and if you're okay to get through all the thick and thins and all the the struggles and everything, then stick through with it. But there's a lot in this industry, which I know it's nice to sit here with a uniform on, but it takes a lot. It does take a
100%.
lot. There's been like really miserable days, and there's been the best days of my life as well. So yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But here you are. You're wearing
Yeah.
3 stripes, and it's like I remember one person said to me that when you're wearing 3 stripes, it's 3 stripes because they're heavy. Like it's a big responsibility. They represent
It does
that.
feel like that.
Yeah.
Like especially I think the first stripe is always big because you've got something on your
Yes.
shoulders, and I think then the third stripe is like, yeah, you worked through it. You
Yeah.
actually did it.
Yeah.
Not to say anything wrong with 2.
Yeah, buddy.
No,
Oh well, we're getting there.
Yeah,
We're getting there.
100%.
We're all on the journey, and it's so nice that, like, I mean, we went to flight school together.
Yeah.
You know, you're like a big sister to me, and to see you're already there, it's just, it's inspiration. Like, what you are to me, I hope that we can be to other people watching. You know, it's so
And I'm
important.
so glad. I'm actually really, really thankful for all the
Yes.
respect. And
We're
likewise.
happy
Thank
to
you.
have you for the first one. as well.
Oh, thank
It's
you
been
guys.
amazing,
I've
genuinely.
loved it. I've loved every single minute of this podcast.
Thank you.
Even the 2 hours journey getting here.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, that was so long.
All right, Devraj, I think you have a request of Kiran that she may or may not love, but over to you.
Yeah, are you ready?
Oh my days.
So you're flying from London Heathrow to Bangkok. Okay, you need to do a passenger briefing.
We want you to give this announcement
No
in Punjabi
way.
because you know we want to see it. Come on,
Oh my
come
god.
on, Kiran.
I am like
Shall I
so
walk you through
slow
it?
in Punjabi.
Take your time, have fun with it.
Sat Shri Akal, ladies and gentlemen. Shrimati and Shrimans.
Oh, you took it to the next level there.
I love this.
And then, aap safar.
Why is this
Wada
Hindi? We
safar.
said
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just a
You're-
mix of both.
You're deviating there.
Sorry.
They're ready to
Punjab.
go.
Back to HQ. Okay.
That's right.
ਤੁਸੀਂ travel ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ at 37,000 feet.
No.
I do not know
No,
my
no,
numbers.
no,
I don't know my numbers.
37,000 bad.
70 yards.
I didn't know it was 70.
Okay. ਤੁਸੀਂ
Wow.
ਸਫ਼ਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ 37,000 ਤੇ QNH ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾ 1 2 3 4 and ਪੂਰਾ ਮੌਸਮ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੈ
Stop
ਆਪਾਂ
it.
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਚੱਲੇ ਆ ਬਰਮਿੰਗਮ and ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ fly ਕਰਨ
There you go. You know what? Round of applause for that one.
Well done, Kiran. It's
Oh
not
my God,
easy.
that was actually really, really hard. You say it so well in English, but it's like so hard.
For sure.
To think in Punjabi, this is why I think in English and then
Yeah.
Punjabi.
We love that. Well,
I'm
Kiran,
sorry.
thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
are all
Thank you so
done
much.
grilling you and putting you on the spot. Thank you so much
It's been
for
lovely. It's been
trusting us
lovely.
with your story. We know how personal it is, and we're so glad that you know, are here to share it
Yeah.
and give back to the community and hopefully inspire people. And I guess we have one last question, which is what's
It's
next?
never finishing.
It's never finishing, but this one is important. It's about you. What is next for you?
Next for me is NCC.
Mhm.
Hopefully get into Ryanair.
Nice.
So
Amazing.
yeah, that's the goal. And maybe next time I'm here, I'm actually an airline pilot. So
Yeah, That would be
great.
It
amazing.
will definitely.
You will be.
you.
We're so excited for you, and we're all rooting for you here. From Fields to Flights is, you know, so grateful that you are here with us, and yeah, we just can't wait to see you grow.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
so
You're
much.
the best.
Thank you. It's been lovely having here, being here. Sorry, and thank you for having me.
Kiran
Thank you,
Gill.
everyone. Thank